YouTube, what's going on, guys? Vaughn back again with another video. Um, Today I wanted to talk about, why I think it's important to leave your hometown. So, in my case, most of my life was spent living with my family, in New York. Now I'm currently down in Texas, Houston, and just basically challenging myself, trying to see what I'm actually made of, trying to grow, and I just felt like for me, I just needed a new environment. Now I do have some friends and family here, which is a plus, but right now for me, it's like me just putting in a lot of time working, doing things like that, so I hardly get to spend any time with them. But overall, I think why moving is important is because being in a new environment can make you feel differently, especially coming from a place where the weather might be a certain type of way. I feel like challenging yourself, a new scenery, just like feeling that you have like overall like a fresh start in your life. I feel like that's like a big thing, just that feeling of a fresh start, independency, new challenges, however you like to challenge yourself. I feel like all of these things are important, especially when you're trying to grow. And as well as, sometimes you might see yourself a certain way in your previous environment. You go into a new environment, probably there's less pressure. Nobody knows you. You can elevate, you network, you meet people, you can create a new identity. Um and I say overall, just like being somewhere where you really want to be, and testing yourself and say, okay, you know what? If I don't like it here, what's the worst case scenario? I don't know what that is for you. For me, my worst case scenario is like, okay, I'll just go back and live with family. But of course, where I'm currently at right now, I feel like it's cool. I feel like I like it. Uh, the plan is to not go back, and the plan is to just keep elevating from here, grow financially, mentally, physically, um, everything. So, so yeah, I definitely think leaving your hometown can definitely be good for you. Stepping out there, stepping out into something new, and challenging yourself, man. And like I said, you go to somewhere new, nobody knows you. You could create a brand new identity for yourself, as well as just gaining new experiences. Because if you're used to living a certain type of way your whole entire life, you're just used to that. It's like you're not used to really anything else but that. You don't have anything to compare it to. And like I said, you might things might not be going well for you in your life where you currently are, or where you've been living your whole entire life. So sometimes it takes you stepping out there and saying, okay, you know what, hey, I'm gonna try something new. um it's gonna be uncomfortable. I'm still in my early stages, so I'm pretty uncomfortable right now myself. But over the span of time, it could be, working, going to events, hanging out with friends and family if you have any in that new city, and just trying to network with people, getting to know people, being active, working, getting out the house, going to the gym, whatever it is. As long as you're staying active and you're doing what you got to do, that's the most important thing. And as always, you know um just trying to be, once again, productive. So yeah, I think leaving your hometown can be good for you depending on your situation. It can definitely be good and challenge you in life, and it gives you, and I think it could also give you a new perspective on life. Um, you know, just everything is brand new. It could be exciting. It can also be, kind of nerve wracking at the same time. But I think it's worth the try. Like I said, you have to think in your mind, what's the worst case scenario, and if you're okay with that, and if you can live with that, I say try it. Why not? I think it's worth stepping out and leaving your hometown and giving it a try. So that's what was on the topic. That was a topic that I wanted to talk about today. That was on my mind. Uh, I definitely woke up today thinking about that because back home I'm just used to a certain type of lifestyle. It took me 35 years to leave my hometown. So just taking a risk and basically seeing what happens from here. And give it some time, man. Give it like a year, give it two. See where you at, man. Build yourself up, and see where you at. See if you like it. If not, try somewhere else. That's the worst case scenario, or go back to wherever you're from. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. As always, I try to uplift people as much as possible, and in every way possible, I like to see others win. And I definitely think this is a topic that you need to think about depending on your current situation and if you feel like the time is right for you to do it as well. Sometimes the timing is not perfect, but I would say at least try to have some money in savings when you do it. So, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. As always, keep striving to be better, guys. All right, peace.